For many of us, Shavuos is a difficult holiday to get excited about. When we compare it to some of the other Yom Tovim, it doesn't feel the same. Pesach, it's an amazing story, liberation from slavery, chosen people. It's a great feeling there. Sukkot, miraculous existence in the desert. God always looks out for us. Shavuos, the scene at Har Sinai is a really interesting thing to think about. It's amazing to imagine it, but the bottom line is Shavuos is about keeping the Torah, accepting the Torah. Let's put it this way. Shavuos is more or less about remembering that we've got to keep the rules. At least that's how it feels. I would just like to share with you one very brief thought that hopefully can generate a greater sense of excitement for us on this very special holiday that's coming. That is, think about it from the perspective of the Jewish people as they were coming close to Har Sinai. It had really been a matter of weeks since they were slaves in Egypt. They were certainly excited about this concept of receiving the Torah. They really did not understand what it meant, what it would entail. That's the beauty of Nasa v'Nishma, that they said they'll do it and they'll understand later. And presumably they had a significant amount of doubt, certainly excitement, but also doubt. Could they handle it? Could they understand it? Would it be for them? And then, of course, according to many opinions, they heard the first two of the commandments directly from Hashem. And though it was too much for them, in a sense, they were given a picture, a piece of what Moshe Rabbeinu's experience was going to be like for the rest of the Torah. And they were the first to say that they couldn't handle it. They came to Moshe and they said, we can't handle it. But just to think about that idea, that at the end of the day, they had an experience that objectively one would have assumed they had no business experiencing. And they did it. And they could. And maybe that's the most significant takeaway from the Shavuos holiday. Yes, Shavuos is about the Torah. Yes, the Torah is about rules. But Shavuos is also about the Jewish people rising to the occasion. The Jewish people understanding and seeing that they had the capacity to connect to the Torah in a way that they wouldn't have imagined. And by the way, the famous medrash that all of our neshamos, all of our souls were there at the giving of the Torah, means that if we are exposed to a Torah idea and it touches something deep within us, what we're really doing is we're re-accessing that remarkable connection that our neshamos, our souls, also experienced at Har Sinai. So maybe if we just need to hold on to one small picture of something to maybe connect us more emotionally to the holiday of Shavuos, I would suggest that we think of Shavuos as the holiday that represents the fact that we can reach great heights, and we have the ability within us. The more we think about that, particularly over the Yom Tov, the more it has the ability to truly uplift and inspire. Have a wonderful Shabbos and a wonderful Yom Tov.